the sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Play action. It's Lawrence. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary able to get him for a loss of about 3.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Defensively, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check it back. Look at me. Go.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Packers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now a give to Taylor. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off the play fake. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jamin Davis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him to football in space as they did right there.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time. Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Rodgers going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone. You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing. Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've got a couple of injuries. That could play them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Everyone's got 4 down.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, lock it. Hey.
SOS. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Leonard Fournette stopped short of the marker on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team. I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number 1, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number 2, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. action. Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check safety, check safety.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Kill, kill, kill.
Rock it, rock it.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check 26. Any weapon. Yep. Motion.
Lawrence will throw. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. Nice footwork at the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
It's just me and you.
Hard, hard.
Check 99, check 99.
Yes, yes.
A shotgun give to Fournette. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You scared?
Go.
Banjo, 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 banjo.
Now Lawrence. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
From the 2, here's first and goal.
Pilot, 64, weak. Bravo.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Flush to his right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one is designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit thus far, and it was again on the last play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. Room here to run. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
35
They run once more with Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 99 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Check 52. Switch. Hey, lock it. Whip. Watch the now. Five.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Man.
Out. Kill.
22-jet bomber.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
You're out.
Check.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 24.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check 9, check 9. Hey, Sam off. Check out 61, matchbox light.
They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They'll run it with Jones. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's get this. Gotta get the quick. Get on the quick right here.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now Lawrence on first down. Flush to his right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. to throw. Rodgers. That's McLaughlin. And he's going to have a Packers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. On first down, Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
2nd and 8 coming up. To throw is Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on it, it'd be up in the 300s right there. Final shot now for Lawrence. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Packers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week.